I'm Mira. I am Bassi Pilates certified teacher with over 18 years of teaching experience. Today's beginner's reformer session is a flow that covers exercises based on my Bassi Pilates education. When you're ready, let's begin. Hello and welcome to my reformer session. I am using a reformer from the Bassi system today. I trust that you are familiar with the reformer that you are using today. I'll be sharing the setup in terms of the foot bar and the springs. Feel free to adjust the setup according to your own body. All right, let's begin. We're going to start with a lovely standing roll downs. I love my roll downs. So have your feet in a parallel position. This is a moment where we tune in into our body. We arrange ourselves, so we're going to have an amazing session. Take a deep breath. As we exhale, start noting the head down, rolling the spine, rounding the back, and then bending the knee as your lower back goes into a round back position, a flexion, and then take yourself down. Here, at the bottom position, you are still connected in your abdominal. So pull in the abdominal so you feel a stretch in your lower back. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, pull up the abdominal and start rolling the back again. Come all the way to an upright position. Let's do 2 more times. Breath in, breath out. We roll, rounding the back, pulling up in abdominal. Feel the stretch in the lower back. Keep your arms connected to the shoulder blade. In breath. And exhale, pulling up, rolling up. And take yourself to an upright position. Last one. Breath in. And breath out. We roll. We round. We bend the knee. We bring the pelvis a little bit more forward. A little bit lower, perhaps still connected in the abdominals. And then rolling back up again. And come all the way to a standing position. Now come towards the foot bar side. Be sure that your foot bar is secured. Now from here, I want you to place your hands on the foot bar and then just step back with your feet going to a diagonal plank position here. And then from there, bending the knees, setting the pelvis back, and I want you to lower your chest down, lower your trunk. So you have a nice stretch in the shoulder. Keep the arms in contact. Keep the arms connected with the upper body, upper abdominal, middle back, and allow a little pull with the foot bar, the pelvis reaching back, lower down so you have a nice stretch. Breath in here and breath out. 2 more breaths. And breath out. And the last. And breath out. And bring yourself up. All right, it's time to do some warm-up on the reformer. So I like the foot bar to come down. And let's have the spring for your footwork. So I'm going to use 3 red and a blue. You're welcome to change the spring as you wish. So if you're using the Bassi system reformer, I have the springs on the 2nd gear, the 2nd tier. You're welcome to bring it up to the 3rd or stay down in the 2nd or the lower gear. Right, so let's get on to our back here. So outside arm onto the shoulder pad, bring the underneath shoulder against the shoulder pad, and then just spin your body around and have your feet onto the platform. Make sure the pelvis and the body is in the middle. Your feet are hip width apart, heels in line with the sit bone. I'm bringing myself down a little bit because the carriage is quite long for me. So I'm 5'2", so you have a little idea of 157.8 centimeter tall. So I'm coming down, so I have a nice placement for my pelvic curl. As you're ready, take a deep breath and exhale, deepening up the abdominal, imprint the lower back, and like you would do on the mat, press the pelvis up with the hamstring, press the arms down, lift the sit bone high, curl that pubic bone towards you, hold that. And exhale to roll down, rolling down, rolling down. And release. Breath in, breath out. We roll. In breath. Exhale. We roll. Finding the deep articulation in the spine as you go up and down. And again, exhale to roll. In breath. Exhale to roll down. And keeping the inner thighs active so you don't splay the knees out. One more, rolling up. Thighs forward, sit bone right high, pubic bone scooping to the belly button here. And exhale, roll back down, roll back down, roll back down. All right, now come a little closer to the shoulder pad. If you have yourself away from the shoulder pad, hands onto the handles or the shoulder pads or the side of the carriage. I'm going to leave it to you. Bringing one leg up to the tabletop, please. Secure your abdominal, imprint that back down, and then take the second leg up to the tabletop. So knee at 90 degrees, knees over the hip joint, spine twist supine. Let's rotate to me. As you inhale, resist the opposite rib cage. Exhale, bringing everything back to the middle. Inhale over to the other side. Exhale, pulling back to the middle. Inhale, we rotate. Exhale, we come in. Inhale, we rotate. Exhale, we come in. And 2 more sets. My shoulders are heavily anchored to the floor. And inhale, rotate. As I come to the middle, my whole spine is lengthening down to the floor. And then 1 more set. In breath. And exhale. Last one. In breath. And exhale. We come back. Hold. Right. Lower one leg. Second leg down. Take the arms up to the sky. Take an in breath. As we exhale, lift the head and the chest up. Come up. Arms long by the side. Inhale. We take the arms and then return back down. And we lift. In breath. We lift. Inhale, arms and the chest. 3 more. Lift. In breath. 2 more. And lift. Last one. We'll stay up. Bring the arms, hands together next to each other. Let's add rotation over to your right. Center. Over to the left. And center. Right. And center. Left. And center. Right. And center. And left. In center. Exhale. And center. And center. 2 more sets. And last set. Last one. And center. Hold. Press the arms down. Lifting the arms up. Lift up higher, lift up higher, lift up higher. And come back right down. Good job. All right, come off. We need to take the foot bar up for the footwork. So again, I have 3 red and a blue. And the middle gear, middle tier, and for the footwork. So go ahead and lie on your back here. And if you feel like the headrest needs to come up, so you feel more comfortable, please go ahead and do so. Right, let's align our body in the middle of the carriage and the heels in line with the sit bone. So lift the head up and just have a look. Little checkpoint here. Is everything in line? Good. If it's, let's come down. The pelvis, neutral, spine, neutral. Dig the heels down and push away for the footwork and stay for a second here. Now, I want you to think about sending the sitting bone to the heels. And I want you to think about the pubic bone drawing out, not curling. So the pelvic floor, that's probably a better way. Pelvic floor drawing up through the spine. And I have a tiny gap behind my lower back because I'm keeping a neutral spine here. And then I come back, folding the hip, knee, and ankle. And I press out, my feet stay in that vertical alignment. So maximum dorsiflexion with my legs bent, and I pull away. Inhale. So I want you to think about stability in the pelvis, stability in the lower spine, and then working, pulling up with the hamstring initiating, and then we'll finish with the quads and the heel against a foot bar, align with the sitting bone. So many to think about, and come back, 2 more, and come back, last one, and change. Finding the ball of the feet, kind of towards the top of the ball of the feet and the webbing of the toes. So we are going to stay in a parallel position, press away. So find your high plantar flexion. So imagine you're wearing your Jimmy Choos. Now from here, keep the feet. We flex the hip, the knee, then the ankle as well. And we press up. So the angle of the feet is constant as you open the spring and as you return. The pelvis is stable as you open the spring, as you return. So imagine you have a cup of tea resting on the pelvis. The cup of tea should not spill as the carriage moves. Let's give me 4 more. Out and back. 3 and back. 2 and back. Stay out, hold, lower the heels down. We lift, calf raises, lower. We lift and lower. We lift and lower. We lift, zip and lower, and zip and lower. And pulling up the hamstring behind your thigh up to the pelvis as you lower. We want to avoid hip extension in the back of the ankle, the knee. 2 more. Last one. Up, hold. Fold the hip, knee, and the ankles as you return. Right, let's change the spring for your single. So I'm dropping my red, so I'm with 2 red and a blue. Return the feet to a parallel heel position, and then take the left leg up to a tabletop. Knee over the hip, ankle and the knee align. Stable pelvis, press the heel and pull away, out. Inhale to return. Exhaling, inhale to return. And again, the foot should stay in the same arrangement as you pull out and as you return. Give me 2 more here. Last one. And back. Other heel on the bar. Bring in the other leg in tabletop. Organize the pelvis and out. And back. And out. And back. And out. Back. 2 more. Last one. And we'll switch. Right toe, left tabletop, and pull away, high, tippy toe here, flex the hip, knee, and the ankle. So don't let the heel come up and down with you. And I want the foot to stay in the same angle as you push out and as you return. And out, and return. And 3, and return. And 2, and return. And last, and come back, switching the foot, other leg tabletop, the same thing, pull away and return. Press away and return. Hamstring initiate, finish with the quads. And then press and return. 2 more here and return. Last one and come back. All right, come off, let's change the spring. So I'm gonna do a red and a yellow. You are welcome to adjust the spring. We're going to do abdominal work. Something challenging for you, but you need to keep a really good form. arms in the strap. Just 100 prep today. Now, pull the spring away so your carriage is out of the stopper and your arms are in that vertical alignment. Lift one leg up. The belly should not jump out. When you take the other leg up, the weight is now in your arms. Breath in. As you breathe out, we'll lift. Shoulder blade off the floor, chest is open. Inhale, arms, 90 in the armpit and return. Exhaling. Inhaling, arms and return. Exhaling. And arms and return. And 2 more. Last one. And back. 1 foot down, 2nd foot down, carriage home, strap back. Let's adjust the spring. I want you to go for a red and a blue. So 1.5 spring on your back for the hip work. Now, toes on the bar, push away. Make sure your body is in the middle of the carriage. And then take 1 foot into the strap and hold that like a tabletop, and then bring the other leg in the strap on the foot and hold those legs in tabletop. Now establish the tabletop and then externally rotate the hip so you are in the frog position. Your pelvis, your sit bone should be down, your pelvis should be neutral. Have a look at the distance between the knee and your strap. Make sure both distance on the right and the left is equal. Right, from here, I want you to extend the legs, but I want the legs to travel horizontally. So imagine there's a train track. The train track is going to go straight in towards you. And the same line out. And the same line in. So we are going a more horizontal plane rather than a diagonal up to the sky. So pressing away, pulling up in the abdominal, and I'm pulling the carriage to the stopper or towards the stopper. You're not going to come to the stopper. And pull away the spring and resist the spring. Resist, resist, resist. And then pull the body away. And then resist, 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 resist. And 2 more. And then pull back. And pull back. 1 more. And stay. Now, point the feet or plantar flexors. Stay in external rotation. Bring the legs vertical as you can, keeping a neutral pelvis, which means the sit bones are heavy down to the floor. And then feet drive the legs away. Control, keep the pelvis stable. Folding the hip and reaching the legs. So controlling the movement, folding in the hip. You should feel a good stretch in the back of the leg here. And I'm still keeping that tiny gap behind my lower spine, and I lower. As I take the leg up, my cup of tea does not spill. My cup of tea does not spill. And I reach my legs away. And I inhale, folding, lengthening the pelvis, reaching the sit bone down. Exhaling. 1 more. Inhaling, folding. Exhaling, reach out, and then flexing the ankle dorsally, pulling back to your frog position. Good job. Now let's take 1 foot off the strap, find the foot bar with the foot, take the other foot off the strap, find the foot bar, return yourself in, and strap back. Okay, now scoot a tiny bit away from the shoulder pad. We're going to do our bottom lift here. So toes on the bar. Balls of the feet on the bar. Now here, 1 press out. Feet in plantar flexion. Fold the hip, knee, and an ankle. And then minimize the movement of the carriage as you roll the pelvis up and down. And your feet should stay in the same placement. We breathe in. As you exhale, imprint, we're going to pelvic curl ourselves up. Think about the hamstring, 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 hamstring. Then the glutes to finish. Keep the knees in line with the hip. Exhale, roll down. The feet should stay at the same angle. Release. Breath out, imprinting the back. Using the abs, pressing up with the hamstring, not the back. Hamstring, hamstring. That should be quivering. Lift the pelvis high. And then go ahead and go down as you exhale, imprinting bone by bone. And release. Again, 2 more. Exhale. So minimize the movement of the carriage. Hamstring, 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 hamstrings, and the glutes. And roll down. Did you get it? The hamstrings. Roll down. And last one. Exhale, rolling up abdominal. Hamstring. Lift up inner thigh. Glutes to finish. And roll down. Roll down. Roll down. And release. Good work. All right, roll to the side. And let's do some stretch. One red, lunge standing. 1 foot, I got my left heel on the shoulder pad. My right ankle next to the bolt, next to the foot bar. I lift my back upright. Now my pelvis is biased to what we call slight tuck under posterior tilt, but my back is upright. My arms are forward. They will touch the foot bar as I go down. Now, keeping in mind, I want to tuck my pelvis under as I open the springs. Then this knee stay over my ankle. And I touch the foot bar eventually. Now here, I should feel good stretch in front of my left hip flexes. My back is upright. And I've got an even weight between my right foot and my left foot, so I don't feel too much, what I call it, jamming on my left patella, my left kneecap. Here, holding up. If you can't take your arms out and balance, you're not using this enough. Hold up, stay. 3, and 2. Now, last. From here, we're going to lift the foot, so dorsiflex. Next, take the pelvis, change it to an anterior tilt. So we need to unlock the hip. And then this front leg is going to drive the carriage out until you feel that stretch. Square the pelvis. Back is long. The more anterior tilt, the more you stick your bottom out, the greater the stretch of the hamstring. We stay here, breath in, 2, 1. Now the foot comes down, the front foot. Scoop the pelvis forward, bend the front knee. The front leg should drive the carriage forward and lift. Come back. Let's go over to the other side. Okay, so I want you to be really certain how you move the carriage out and how you move the carriage in. So the foot and ankle next to the bolt. Square up, equal weight, left and right foot, upright, zip, and as you open, we are in that posterior tilt or bias to it, so I'm going thinking towards it. As I open, my hand arrive. Remember, I'm only 5'2" or 157.8. Good day, 158. Bad day, 157. All right, so here, holding up there, you should feel a really good stretch right here. And breath in, holding 3, 2, and 1. Anterior tilted, and then dorsiflex the front foot. The front foot comes up this way, and then extending away with the front leg. The angle of the thigh should be constant, and there shouldn't be too much weight here. And in breath, exhale. The more you stick your bottom out, the greater the stretch of the front leg. Exhale. Two more. Last here. The foot comes down, scoop the pelvis, bend the front knee, and lift up, lift up, lift up. Good work. All right, come in. Keep the red. Come up onto the carriage, heels against the shoulder pad, hands on the bar, shoulder width apart. Now we're going to do a little cat stretch here. So lift the pelvis up. The pelvis should be between the knee and the ankle here. So we start with a flat back, and then we pull the abdominal, not the glutes, abdominal, to then get into your C curve. The C curve of the flexion of the lower back and the sacrum, and then come back to that flat back again. So exhale, abdominal pull back, in and under. And then flat back. Just give me 2 more here. Exhale, pull abs, curl, in, under. And then flat back, in breath. 1 more. Pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in. And then lift up, flat back. All right, now step off of that. Let's do a scooter. So I have my left heel against the shoulder pad. My right heel will be in line, the same next to my left, but it's on the floor. And I'm going to take my hand on the foot bar. Now my thumbs and my hands, my fingers are over the same direction. And I start in that flat back again, and this knee will be slightly soft. If you are tall, you're going to have a lot of a bend of the knee. If you are limited in the height, like me, it's going to be slight bend. Right here, flat back. Then into your cat stretch, pull in and up in the lower abs and the upper back and the middle back to just come along for a ride here. So I don't want you to push away, but I rather want you to lift up into that C curve. So you got a nice weight with an arms and equal weight and the feet. We pull away, stay in that C curve, and then come in. And then out, and then in. So just passing the other knee, pull in. Maintain that C curve, out. So the accent is forward, 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 forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. And let's go to the other side. One thing I want to say is that when your knee was traveling, it needs to travel forward and backward. Just avoid going to the side out of that track. Heel and the other one on the floor next to the other in line. And then hands on the bar and flat back. Again, try not to push away. Stay connected, arm and the legs here. Now, rounding, pulling in, up with the abdominal. If you lock the hip, you won't be able to move from the hip joint. Now, pull away, stay in that round back, and then forward. And we go. Exhale. Maintain the C curve. The legs move from the hip and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Good work. All right, come up to here. Come up to here. All right, standing up. Arm out to the side here. Now, you may have to shift a little bit away. What we're going to do, zip up nice and tall. Side bending to the side. And I'm going to shift out a little bit here so my hand can touch that foot bar. And then taking the top arm over and enjoy that stretch. Breath in and exhale. Breath in and one more. You feel a good stretch on the side of this body. And then lift. And then let's go to the other side. So same thing here. Arms out. And then we're going to face away from each other. Side bending over. And then take the top arm over. And we hold. We breathe. In breath. Enjoy the stretch. 2 more breaths. I wanted to create length here, lengthening out as you side bend over. Lengthen out and over. Bring the arm up, come up, upright, and release. All right, let's do back extension exercises. So long box. We've got breaststroke prep. I've got one red spring, the same spring that I had before. And then we're going to be on our front, chest over the box. Legs are together, active, hands on the foot bar, thumb and fingers same direction. Your back is flat, ready to work. Elbows are out. Make sure the shoulder blades are apart so the elbows are not flying out. They're just wide and slight drop. So natural placement of the shoulder blade. Now from here, you inhale to push away. Now I want you to think that the arms are resting in the middle back here, and then pull the bar apart as you come back home. And then inhale, load the middle back, extend, and then exhale, and in breath, load, and pull apart. So it's not the shoulder that drives the movement, but rather your middle back, middle back, middle back. 2 more, in breath, and last one, in breath, and then stay. Take your arms by the side here. We're going to do a back extension like the mat. We inhale to lift the sternum, middle back, up, neck is long, exhale to come back. Now I want you to focus on that middle back engagement to lift up, neck is long, and down. One more, because we are going to mimic the same movement with the foot bar. Place your hand back onto the foot bar. So remember that muscle engagement. Now opening the spring a little bit as you inhale, then think about that extension to open. So I'm loading my middle back a lot here. My shoulders are away from my ears. And then I come back, I pull the bar apart, and I lower my trunk. And repeating, pull away, inhale, extend, exhale. Don't forget the legs, they should be active. I caught myself flopping my legs down. And inhale, lift, and back. One more. In breath, It's just a thoracic extension, so the lower ribs are still on the box. And exhale, come back, we'll lower. Good job. All right, step away off the box. And let's finish with a standing roll down. So your feet are parallel, breath in, and we breathe out to lower the spine, rounding the back, bend the knee, pulling the abdominal. Feel the stretch in the back. Using the abdominal, stay in that C curve, make it compact. Exhale, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up, and upright. One more breath in, breath out. To roll, pull up, stretch the lower back using the abdominal, and roll up and upright. Wow, thank you for moving with me today. I love to hear how you went. Comment below, share with me, and share your progress.
I'm Mira, and I'm here to help you to love, look, and feel your absolute best through Pilates. If you enjoyed this video, you will love my 7-day beginner challenge. Click the first link in the comment below and sign up. You will receive daily workout videos focused on building a sustainable practice in as little as 15 minutes per day.